Hi, Happy New Year. I am back home finally. I got home yesterday. I've just been home and I've been living my best life immediately. So I feel like I've been here forever already, which is good because I missed my home so much. Like, I am a homebody through and through. I love the home that I've created here for me and Rocky. I know they say that like distance makes the heart fonder, but like I was fond of my home before I left. I didn't have to leave to know that. Like, I am just so freaking grateful for my home, and I knew that before I left. So yeah, thanks. Join my Patreon, help me pay for my rent. Anyways, it's a new year. I was in Chicago. That's where I was. That's why I was not home. I was there for Christmas with my sister and then dog sitting into the new year. And while I was away, I was just thinking about things that I wanted to do while I was at home. Take a shot every time I say home. So I made a humongous list and we're gonna start doing those things, which I already started yesterday. But it's also the new year. It's a new reading year. I'm not really a New Year's resolution girly. I don't believe in that. Like, do the thing that you want to do when you think of it. But with the new year comes new planners, new reading journal, new regular journal. I barely regular journaled last year, so this year I've already gotten started, you know. This is my regular journal. This is my reading journal. I'll go through it a little bit later in the video. I was just so excited to come home and start using it because I didn't take it with me to Chicago. But in my regular journal, I wrote a little TBR because I was just so freaking excited for the new year to start so I could start my new reading year, you know? And I had just been looking up so many books and adding them to my lists and things, so I was just like had this fervor for reading. I was like going feral, so I needed to focus myself a little bit, so I made a little TBR page, which normally I don't do TBRs because I'm very much a mood reader. You cannot tell me what to do, even if it's myself telling me what to do. I don't like doing TBRs, but I decided to do one because just to focus myself a little bit. I've literally forgotten the book I'm literally reading right now. I forgot to write it down. Also, join my Patreon if you want to see my journaling pages. I post them on there, and that's a fun time. Also, my Patreon is taking a little bit of a move in direction or addition, I don't know. I'm gonna be posting more about my reading on there, so more like real-time updates of reading and maybe like more in-depth thoughts there. I'm thinking of doing a book club there. Still trying to decide if I want to do that. It's still the beginning of January, so I have a few days to think of it. But anyways, journal. This journal, by the way, is from a shop on Etsy. I'll link it down below if you'd like. Very beautiful fabric covers. And then this one is from Notebook Therapy. This is my reading journal. Notebook Therapy is an online store. Anyways, so I already read the first book off this TBR, and I have new releases that are coming out. January is just so exciting for reading, you know? The Stolen Air came out the day before I left, and I went to Barnes & Noble. I drove there, lived my best booktuber fantasy, and I drove to the suburbs Barnes & Noble and picked it up. Yeah. Very fun. I also have Hellbent coming out next week. I'm so excited. I think I might do a reread of Ninth House with my friend Jenna before it comes out, just to have a little refresh, really get the excitement going, and then I go to Barnes & Noble Union Square to see Lee Bardugo. I'm so excited. And then we also have Mysteries of Thorn Manor, which I really love Mark Rogerson's books, so I'm excited for that one. Maybe I should do a reread of Sorcery of Thorns as well, because I don't really remember much of what happens in that book. It's like with like monstrous books, right? I don't remember. Oops. I'm sorry, it's getting progressively darker and darker. Let's have some candle lit vibes, yeah? I lit 2 candles, so I'm about to pass out from lack of oxygen. We also have Teen Wolf movie this month. my like really old friend from high school, we were like the only people that watched Teen Wolf, and so we're very excited about it. I haven't spoken to her in ages, but when I saw the trailer for that, I was like, oh my god, bestie! So I'm excited for that one. I feel like there's something else in January. Just the last thing. My birthday is at the end of January 31st. I'm Aquarius. Very exciting stuff. So yeah, I'm going to talk about the first book that I read this year, which was Gods of Jade and Shadow by Silvia Moreno Garcia. She also wrote Mexican Gothic, which you might already know. It's like everywhere. It's like at Target. I wanted this to be my first read. I got this for Christmas and I started it the night before, like on New Year's Eve, and then I finished it on the 1st, and it was so good. I had my eye on this book for a while, just because of the content, but not necessarily because of like the story, or like, it takes place in the 1920s, which I'm not much of a historical era kind of gal. Like, I've left that era of me behind, and I don't really find it too super interesting, but I was like, maybe I should give it a go now. And plus, it has to do with Mayan mythology, which I am a Maya, a Mopan Maya from Belize. So this focuses on Yucatecan Mayan, but still a lot of it like merges with things that I grew up with and mythology that I grew up with and things that really just lived in my head and like in academic text, and to see it within somebody else's imagination, just representation matters, bestie. Like you don't realize it until you experience it, if that is something for you to experience. Like it's just such a feeling to experience it. I really enjoyed this book. I give it a 5 out of 5 stars. I definitely recommend reading it. It's a standalone, it's very quick, it's very fun, and it's a mythology you've probably not read before in a book, in a fantasy book. It's about this girl, Cassiopeia Tun, which I know some Tuns. I'm probably related to some Tuns, but I literally couldn't name you a Tun right now. I can't think of anyone. And so she awakens a Mayan god, and then they have to go on a quest to restore his powers. It's so interesting seeing 1920s Mexico, and I really liked that it was set in that era, that time period, because it gave good social commentary and, you know, like the mix between the old Mayan mythology and the new colonizer Christian vibes. So I love that. That's a focus of a lot of my work, my personal work. So yes. Goddess of Jada's house. It's all good. Very good. Yeah. And I already did a little journal page for it. Ta-da! So exciting. I started this in my last reading journal during the fall. Before the fall, I was just writing notes. Just plain boring. Nothing going on. No pictures. No stickers. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it with my friend Jenna. Follow Jenna, by the way, on Instagram. She's a wonderful artist, and she does some fan art for books sometimes. So check her out. I'll have it linked below. She does like journal type pages, like this, like scrapbooky picture vibes pages for her books. So I started doing that during the fall, and I'm going to continue doing that in this journal. So that's the vibe. And then what I'm currently reading right now is The Stolen Heir by Holly Black. My bookmark fell out, so I love that for me. I have to go figure out what page I was at. So yeah, I picked this up at Barnes & Noble, and it's Barnes & Noble edition because I really wanted the black cover. I didn't want the white one because it wouldn't really go on my shelves. Like, do you see any white books on my shelves? No. It's getting so much darker. I'm going to be quick with this, but currently reading this, and so far, very good. I feel like I'm going to like this more than The Cruel Prince, like already. That's already the feeling I have in my bones. Hello, mother. I already like the main character way more than I like Jude, which is not hard because I didn't really like Jude at all. So, this is the spin-off series to the Cruel Prince trilogy. I think this is going to be a duology. I think that's what Jenna mentioned. I talk about Jenna a lot. She's my reading buddy. We had a great reading year together last year, and I felt like we really motivated each other. So 2023, we're going to do the same thing. Ow. Just cracked my neck. Stolen Heir. Good stuff. I was reading it on the plane yesterday and I fell asleep, so I'm going to continue reading The Stolen Heir. I think I'm actually going to switch over to audio right now because I've got some stuff to do. My closet in here needs reorganizing because shop update coming in later January, so I want to have everything nice and clean and ready for my new products. Posters. Very exciting. Okay, I'm just going to be reading for the next few days since I'm so excited for reading. Might as well, you know, run with that and just get some good reads down.
Chapter 4. Behind the abandoned house, two fairy horses chew on dandelions as they wake much into the question. His expression isn't disgusted or...
course, just created a bigger mess trying to organize all my papers because I am very sentimental. Look at your nice little mouth. Oh, I love you. Are you so happy to be home? Now Rocky can rest and not be harassed by Knox, the Scotty dog. Can I have my blanket? I finished it. Oh, wow. That was really good. That was really fun. I definitely liked it more than Cruel Prince. I really, really liked the characters, the romance. Be still my heart. Oh my gosh. These writers literally take so long to release books, and the second book is going to take so long to come out. It's probably going to come out in like 2 or 3 years. You know how they are, which is so frustrating. I would like the next one now, please. It was a little bit predictable. I wasn't like, oh my god, the fairies are so cruel and twisted. I didn't see that one coming, like how I think that The Cruel Prince was, the series as a whole. But there's nothing wrong with predictability. So I really liked it. It was very good. It was a very fun time. You do need to read the Cruel Prince trilogy to read this. You can't read it on its own. Second book of the year, finished. Very good. Is that your leg? So, last night I finished The Stolen Heir. I keep almost saying The Cruel Prince, but it's The Stolen Heir, and it was really good, and I really enjoyed it, and I literally cannot wait for the next book. Like, just give it to me, please. I really like how it ended, you know? I like that. A lot of the times books end, like, when it's in a series, they give me some anxiety, because I'm like, oh god, what's gonna come next? And so that's usually why I don't read second books a lot of times, because I'm like, why do you have to end like that? Now you're giving me anxiety to read the next book. Anyways, but it was good stuff. So I appreciate that. And then I continued reading The Thief by Megan Whalen Turner. This I started a couple days ago, before the end of the year. So I got back to it and I finished it today, and it was fun. It's pretty slow. Like, I feel like it didn't get to like the meat of the story until it was almost done. So that part was really fun. The journey was a little bit, I didn't need it maybe, but I really enjoyed the twist at the end. That was really fun. It reads like a standalone, but I'm pretty sure there's another book after. I literally don't know anything about it, so if you've read it and it's good, let me know. And so then I just feel so like, let's read. I'm so excited to read. I don't normally read this much all in a few days, but I decided to pick up Echo North by Joanna Ruth Meyer. This, I was scrolling through Scrib, just adding books to my list because I was so excited to start reading in the new year. So I was just getting stuff onto the saved list. So I just randomly like glanced at the description and put it on my list. And then a few days later, when I went to when I was in Chicago, I went to Half Price Books because I'd never been to one before. They had a bunch of copies of this. So I bought it because it's $5, and so I don't know why, I just randomly, when I was doing my dishes, I was like, I need something to read, so I started listening to the audio of this, and so far it's really fun. I didn't really know anything about what this was about. I mean, the one-liner on the cover is, she dreamed of the wood and the wolf who was trapped there. I think it's like a Beauty and the Beast retelling, but so far I feel like it sets up the reason why she has to go live with the beast a lot better than other retellings. And with the like reading culture that I'm part of nowadays, whenever I hear retelling, I don't think it's gonna be like a spot-on retelling. I don't think that's like what they should stop using retelling. It's more like inspired by. Because just now when I went to go on Goodreads to add it to my currently reading, there are like some reviews that are like, this is not really retelling of Beauty and the Beast, it's retelling of like all these other retellings and blah blah blah. And I'm like, why are you complaining about something that's your fault? Just because you thought it was going to be this, that's not the fault of the author. Just enjoy the book for what it is. Come on, please. Like some books, it's the marketing publisher's faults for descriptions. Don't blame the book. Let the book have a chance. Anyways, so far I'm enjoying it. It's super magical. Like the atmosphere is super magical. The world is super magical. If we start in like a small village and we have like our main character that's like not like the other girls, it's just a little run of the mill for me, and it's a little bit hard for me to like get into the flow of reading it. But so far I feel like this one has captivated me pretty quickly, and it's probably because of the writing. But yeah, so I'm gonna continue reading this, and I just watched Drag Race, new season, first episode, and it was very fun. Had some good laughs, some good knee slappers in that one. And now I'm going to play Splatoon because it is Splatfest, and then read my book. Sir Rucky. So I just finished Echo North and it was pretty good, pretty solid. I really enjoyed the writing and the story overall, although I think it was a bit too long. Halfway through the book I was like, should we be wrapping up soon? And then a whole other half started, which the other half made sense, but it could have definitely been way shorter. I liked the relationship in the book. I like how it started off as a friendship. It was really cute like that, but I felt we could have explored more within the romance to have it have more of an impact in the end. So yeah, it's pretty solid. I gave it a 3.5 out of 5 stars. So there we go, 4th book done, and I'm gonna stop counting what number book I'm at after this. So yeah, those are the books that I've read in the past couple of days. So good stuff. I've got a good start to the reading year. Who knows what I'm gonna read next, because I was just looking at my TBR. I was like, I don't remember what I was supposed to be reading, because I just randomly chose to read Echo North, not Echo of the North. And I have Queen of Myth and Monsters, which I have a physical copy, and the audiobook is on Scribd. So really I should read that one next, but I need a refresher on the first book. The first book is King of Battle and Blood. It's a romance fantasy by Scarlett St. Clair. I don't know, we'll see. Ledge by Stacey McEwen. I have the audiobook for that, but I don't know if I want another cold vibe book. And then another one is a physical read, and the other 2 aren't out yet. So maybe I'll relax, I've gone a little bit hard. But that's it for now. Let me know what you would like to see from me for the new year. I think I'm gonna rearrange this room now. So take care, goodbye, see you later.